Thank you.
The door is always open. I have had quite a number of job offers here. I think Mhesh Wakera has offered Mheshimiwa a slot, and I think there's somebody else who's been offered a slot at Muturi wa Mweru's show. Hiyo tutaona kwa ofisi. But I bring messages of condolence from the chairman of Rural Media Services, Dr. S.K. Macharia, the vice chairman, Mrs. Gedoni Macharia, our managing director, Mr. Wachira Waruru, who couldn't be here for various reasons. Some are traveling, some had other prior commitments that they had to deal with. There is our human resources director, Rose Wanjohi, who lost a family member. She's in Nyeri for that particular funeral. Bashir Mboro, our finance director, was here earlier, but he's proceeded to Nyahururu, where he's also attending another funeral. There's Latifa Ngunjiri, our TV production director, and Michael Ngugi, who had another meeting that they had to attend, and all the staff at Rural Media Services who couldn't make it here today. Professor was very popular. He has been there from the very beginning, and I know that there are a lot of people who would have liked to be here today, but because of work or other reasons, they couldn't make it. Once more, I just would like everybody from Rural Media to stand up, because I think we may have missed a few people. I think like Bernard, just the entire Rural Media team that's here. Gadoni, please stand up. Yes. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Please be seated. I will read this message on behalf of Rural Media Services, on behalf of Mr. Wachira Waruru, our Managing Director. We gather here today with heavy hearts to honor and remember a true legend, a man so eloquent, an industrious academician and a prolific political commentator who has greatly contributed to the informative, educative, insightful discussions on policy making in the country and development. Professor Ngugi Njoroge was a foundational figure in Rural Media Services and a beacon of excellence in many spheres, be it as a pioneering broadcaster, esteemed academic, a mentor, and a leader who touched the lives of many. Professor, who was more than just a valued team member, was a cornerstone of our organization from the very beginning, especially when Inoro FM was founded, where he demonstrated an unmatched commitment to excellence and unwavering dedication to our mission. His innovative ideas, tireless work ethic, like Wahura was talking about here earlier, and infectious passion were nothing short of inspiring. Truly, he has left a profound void in both our professional and personal lives, and I don't think that we'll be able to fill that for real. Throughout his tenure with us, Professor had a remarkable ability to bring out the best in those around him. As we reflect, we can see the talent that he created who are here. These are mostly from the Kikuyu station, but Rural Media has 14 radio stations, 3 TV stations, and various digital platforms. All of those people have gone through Professor's mentorship. While we grieve the loss of a remarkable individuals, let us also celebrate the many contributions he made and the positive impact he had on us all. Our frequent engagements and chats left me yearning for more information from a person who has such deep knowledge of a Kenyan and international history. No wonder my desire for him to have documented all his knowledge in a book or books. In honor of Professor's memory, let us carry forward the lessons he imparted, continue to strive for excellence, to support one another with the same generosity and spirit he generously shared with us. One thing you will have to accept about Professor is how well read he was and how much he knew, and the language. Most of the time, if you didn't know Professor properly, if you're meeting him for the first time, the words that he was using, Hamites, Quislings, many other big English words, you would think that he's a brother from the lakeside. But sometimes when you're having a discourse with Professor, you probably needed a dictionary to understand what he's talking about. But he understood the history of the world, the history of our country, the history of our areas and our leadership, the driving forces. I spoke to Professor about a week after he was discharged, the last time he was in hospital. That's a couple of weeks back. And he was about what was going on, and he was talking about his take. And actually, most of the things that he was talking about, both on and off air, are coming to pass. So we've lost quite a remarkable fellow. Professor Ngugi Njoroge, you will be deeply missed, but your legacy will live on in our hearts and minds of all who had the privilege of knowing you. May you rest in eternal peace, Prof. Wachira Waruru, Managing Director, Royal Media Services. Thank you very much. Professor, rest in peace.
Thank you. Todo wadu wala mego kuru ushoniwe munene piu piu piu.